Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Today, hopefully, we've got a pretty damn special beer. It's from a can from the Brewery, and this is their Vermont Sticky Maple. It's a 11.3% ABV Imperial Stout. So, yeah, 11.3. It's a 1 pint fluid ounce can, brewed and canned by the Brewery. I can't even pronounce that word. Placentia, California. They're out of California. Love this artwork. Look at that. I mean, it's got more of a full kind of vibe to the actual can. I actually got this can. This can cost my good friend Hewitt, who got me this can, $10.99. It's still got the actual sticker. Appreciate you, I really do appreciate. We were going to share this beer, and then before we knew it, it was like, right, I've got to go. So we met up in sort of, was it mid-November sort of time? So I've had it this long. This was actually going to be one of my Christmas beers, but I just had a bit of a bad beer. I was, got pissed off with it, and I thought, I'm going to crack this one open and hopefully it sorts me out. So this beer, a rundown of it, it's an Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup and natural flavour added. What else does it say here? So it's kind of, I'd say, a collab. It's Butternut Mountain Farm Vermont, the Vermont Maple Sugar Company. So we scoured the countryside of the Green Mountain State to find the perfect maple syrup companion to this rich barrel-aged Imperial Stout, sticky and decadent, with a subtly sweet and big, bold mouthfeel. Serving temp 50 degrees, so it's like 10 degrees Celsius. Let's crack it open then, before we go any further. So there'll be about a 10-minute review before I've even opened the can. Oh yeah. So I'm hoping this is going to do it for me. It's going to be my last beer of the night. There's a little bit of oh yeah, it looks really good. Just poking out the top of the can. A little bit of froth there. I want it to generate a little bit of a head on this one. That's what I want. I'm going to go straight down the middle of this. It's not really doing it, is it? There we go. You hear that sort of fizz going on. Didn't really generate much of a head. I suppose you don't really expect that at 11.3% ABV. So into the light, yeah, it's jet black. Absolutely jet black. It's leaving a little bit of a film round the top of the actual beer. Is there any alcohol legs in this? There should be. Oh yeah, lots of alcohol legs on this one. So that's good. It's still leaving that rim round the top of the beer, which is a better sign than the beer I've not long had. So let's get an aroma. Oh Christ, big bourbon on this. It almost feels like if there's maple in it, it's masking it. I'm getting lots of dark fruit, kind of figs, raisins, dates, that kind of thing. Maybe the sweetness is the kind of residual, maybe that's the maple trying to push through more of a sweetness rather than the actual maple itself. Oh, smells big, bold and delicious. I'm going straight on this one. Cheers you, mate. I really do appreciate it. Oh, Holy shit. This is the first beer I've actually reviewed from the brewery as well, which is pretty cool. I've had a few of this breweries from the breweries beers before, normally on bottle shares or that sort of thing. So I never really get to, you know, when we're with people or it's another bottle share in a bar. I don't get to, as much as I'd love to review them, it's just kind of not convenient at the time, but it's nice to have this one chilled out, home environment. Give it a go, see what you think. So initial kind of flavours I'm getting a bit of alcohol. You're not really going to kind of avoid that at 11.3. It's on the aroma, it just smells amazing. Figgy, kind of datey, raisiny, sultanas, that kind of dried dark fruit, sweet. Almost comes across like kind of a rum. I think it just all blends in really well. You're getting that kind of that bourbon is quite kind of mellow, but it's still present. You still know it's there. It's not taking over like I first thought was going on a taste then. It's a subtle bourbon, I'd say, but there's that more maple sweetness coming out the more I'm kind of drinking it, getting my palate kind of acclimatised to the actual ins and outs of the flavours. This beer is at room temperature as well. Lots of dark fruit kind of coming through. You're definitely getting that bourbon barrel kind of thing coming through, but the maple syrup is definitely there and present. Body wise, it's the upper end of a medium. It's not kind of mega full body, but it's not far short. You are getting a bit of alcohol, that's for sure. I put it in the realm of probably say an 8 or 9% beer, that sort of thing. Very sugary sweet on the palate. There is a kind of a sticky kind of residual kind of sweetness that's just hanging around on that. It's delicious, man. It's absolutely delicious. We'll go into the commercial description on Untapped. I assume it's pretty much the same as here, but this is doing it for me. I mean, it's looking quite. It's not pitch black when it's pouring out of the can here, but yeah, who cares when it tastes like this? Wow. A great Christmas beer this would have been. It definitely would have paired well with Christmas pudding and that sort of thing. A bit of brandy and a bourbon barrel aged stout. But I didn't. It's very kind of that cakey sort of thing, just come to think of it. Christmas cake, rich, almost rum-like. Very warming on the palate and in the pit of the stomach. What a beer. I wasn't sure, I'd never thought I'd be cracking this beer open now, but the beer before just kind of made me do it. One of them beers sometimes. Let's just try it. That's awesome. It is a fantastic beer. Very yummy. I'll give it one more taste. I'll give it a rating. Last beer of the night as well. That's fantastic. Oh. For me, I'm giving this beer a 9 out of 10. So it's a 4.5 on the Untapped scale. Awesome stuff. Really nice. Thanks again, you. I really do appreciate it. Shame we can kind of share this beer on that night we met up back in November, but yeah, a cracking beer. I think this beer has actually showed up since. I think I saw it online at the Ghost Whale several weeks ago. So this beer actually did make it over to Europe. I never, and at the time when I picked it up, it wasn't in Europe for about a month or 2 months, and then I think in January or early January it showed up in the UK. So, you know, surprisingly, but nothing surprised me a beer anymore. What we can get over here, but yeah. In terms of rating, then yeah, as I've already said, a 9 out of 10. So over to Untapped, then it's had a lot of check-ins. It's had 12,578 total check-ins. Then it's had 754 in the last 30 days. Hence the kind of holiday sort of season. It's had 10,825 total check-ins on this beer, and it's coming in at 4.20. So there you go. I'm giving this a 4.5. It's fantastic. Yeah, I'd like, if there's many little kind of criticism of it, for this style of beer and this ABV, excuse me, I would say if this had a little bit more body, I'm not saying this is a thin beer, but if it had a little bit more body to a full body, it'd be amazing. But yeah, it's still pretty damn smashing. So, thanks again to you for the beer. Cheers, brother. Hope we can meet up. Let me know if you're in London again, and we'll do another kind of bottle trade. That'll be, or can trade or whatever. Just give me a bit of notice, and Mark will definitely hook up again for sure. Anyway, let me know if you had this one before, from the Brewery. This is their Vermont Sticky Maple, an Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup and natural flavours. Lovely stuff. Thanks for watching then. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.